Hi, I'm Lillian McMorris, and welcome to the Lillian McMorris Show. We're always here to give out information to educate and inform. We thank Cox Communication for giving us the time to do this. We also thank all of our sponsors, which are listed on our website, LillianMcMorrisShow.com, for making this a possibility, and you can also be a sponsor. Our first guest today, and I do a lot of things that are fun and funny, and we have a lot of fun on my show. We have a lot of fun wherever I go. But there are some serious things that we do need to talk about, and one of those is teen pregnancy. And that's what we want to talk about on our first segment today. I should have saved it somewhere in the middle because it is serious, and I want you to listen to everything because Nevada, #1 in teen pregnancy. Nevada, #1 with all of these bad things. But what we don't realize is we have something at UNLV. That UNLV is leading a community-wide effort to combat rising teen pregnancy rates in Southern Nevada. And the person who's heading that is going to give us all of our information is Dr. Melva Thompson Robinson. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you being here so much.
Thank you for having me.
Project Director, UNLV Teen Pregnancy Project.
Yes.
Now, you started this, a few years back. You got the grant.
Yes, we started in 2010. We got a grant from the Office of Adolescent Health. We have 5 years of funding, so we are entering our 5th year on our project.
Now, tell me about addressing this issue of teen pregnancy on a university campus. I understand that, but you also want to do it community-wide.
Oh, yes.
So let's talk about your programs that you have on and off campus.
On campus, we're really limited in what we do. We really we make condoms available through our offices and things like that. Off campus, we are actually in African American faith-based organizations implementing an evidence-based intervention. So an intervention that's been proven to be effective in addressing HIV as well as teen pregnancy, because the same behaviors that cause one cause the other.
Now, you also have a program, and I think you're wearing the shirt, Be a Responsible Teen, Bart.
Right.
And let's talk about, because that's an 8-week program.
Right.
And that is in the community.
Right.
Okay.
That's the one that we do in African American faith-based organizations or African American churches.
Okay.
We all don't go to church. Some of us go to temple, mosque, etc.
Correct.
And it is an evidence-based intervention, like I said. 8 weeks for the actual intervention itself. Because we are in churches and in faith-based organizations, we have an additional session on abstinence. So we start out right out of the blocks talking about abstinence.
Right.
Because
just don't do it.
Right. Because that is really the only way not to become pregnant, not to become infected with HIV or sexually transmitted infections. And then the kids spend the rest of the time learning about what is HIV, how do you protect yourself? So they learn how to use a condom. They learn how to negotiate using a condom. So sometimes, as adults, we know it's hard when our friends say, hey, girl, come on, let's go do da-da-da.
Right.
It's hard to say no to that.
Yes.
But we expect our kids to say no.
Right.
And so we kind of teach kids not necessarily to say no, but how do you redirect that conversation so that it's not about sex, it's about doing something else.
Okay.
Or it's about safely using a condom when you need to.
Okay.
And then
so is there an age requirement? Because I do know within the Clark County School District, there's certain things we can and cannot speak to our students about because of the ages.
Right.
So with your program, how do you do that?
we do kids or youth between 14 and 19 years of age.
So do you need parental consent?
Yes, we do.
14 to 18?
Yes.
Okay.
14 to 19.
14 to 19, you still need parental consent.
Right. We still ask for parental consent because usually the kids that we have that are 19 are still also in high school.
Okay. How is it working out since you started in 2010?
It's working out very well. To date, we've been in over 30 faith-based organizations around the community.
Okay.
So from Henderson to North Las Vegas and everywhere in between. We have reached, had probably close to 400 kids who have completed the intervention.
Okay.
And we've probably had another 600 to 700 who have come in at some point for at least one session.
Okay.
So we've done very well.
Do you feel, what do you need from the community? What do you feel you need from the community?
We would like community support. As we are looking towards our next round of funding and what it is that we're going to do next, we've heard from a lot of people that they want us to expand it to a broader community. We're also looking at a clinical-based setting. So doing some of, working with just the broader community, but also kids who are already, or girls in particular, who are already infected or pregnant, preventing that next pregnancy or preventing that next infection, right, kind of thing. And then some
because
of
it's not always HIV, and that's what people
right.
don't understand. HIV, no, it's other STDs as well.
Right. And some of them don't go away. It's not that, you take 7 days of an antibiotic and they go away. That they can last a lifetime. So.
That's right. That's right. I'd like to, a couple of things. Nevada leads the nation in teen pregnancy, and it's critical we come together as a community and find effective ways to address an issue that is greatly affecting our youth. And that's what you are doing.
Right.
And I commend you. We commend you as a community on that.
Thank
and
you.
Getting the word out. I'm going to give, do you have a website? I need a website and a phone number so people can reach you.
Phone number, you can reach us at 702-895-3700. A website is responsibleteen.org.
That's what I thought it was, but I wanted to make sure because I said they might have some UNLV stuff in there. But
right.
Yeah, responsibleteen.org, or give them a call at 702. That is 895-3700. And they are located on UNLV campus, but can be obtained through various faith-based organizations and non-faith-based for like Community Partners for Better Health.
Right.
I mean, First African Methodist Episcopal Church and Education for Quality Living, two of those of which are not faith-based.
Right.
But if you want more information and get your teen involved and educated and know what's going on with their bodies, how to say no, how to divert it, how to take care of yourself, this organization, UNLV Teen Pregnancy Project, is the one for you. Again, that's 702-895-3700. Or responsibleteens.com.
.org.
.org.
Right.
Responsibleteens.org. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
You stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The Las Vegas Urban League is celebrating a decade of commitment to our community. Saturday, October 11th at Caesars Palace.
Making a difference in our community. They've been in our community for years and years. I mean, as long as I can remember, I remember the Salvation Army. And you always say Salvation Army and you think about people in the uniforms and out there collecting the money. Well, they still do that during the holidays. But during the year, all of that is collected, there are so many programs and organizations that the Salvation Army helps. And today, one of the things that we're going to talk about is rehab, because we have some beds that are open through their rehab program. But there's 16 facilities and over 20 programs and services right here in Southern Nevada. And to talk to us about it, I'd like to introduce, and I mean, it's hard to say introduce because we've known each other for 20 plus years. Leslie Rogers, thank you, Leslie.
It's a treat to see you, Ms. Lillian.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And you're the Public Relations Officer for the Salvation Army.
Yeah.
I know, when you say that, your kind of shoulders go back a little bit, huh?
They do. I love this organization, and I love what I get to do with them.
But it keeps you so busy because you have so many things that you all do throughout our community.
We do.
And this time of year, you get the busiest.
Oh, my goodness. We start Christmas in July. It's a scary, ugly thing that it starts so early.
But forget the turkey. Forget Halloween.
That's right. We got to
yeah.
get out there and make our name known and let them know how many kids we're going to help this year. And we need help with volunteers to pass those toys out, to organize those toys. We need people to buy those toys.
Donate.
Corporations, smaller companies, clubs and organizations to get together and do toy drives. So there's just so many things that people can do to assist.
Well, let's start out with something that is rather current, is rehab.
Rehab is always current here in the Valley, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And we are blessed. Our Adult Rehab Center is actually the Salvation Army Adult Rehab Centers across the country are so well known for their program. It's a 6 to 12 month residential program, completely free to the beneficiaries.
Right.
They don't pay a dime. They work in our warehouses,
Right.
on our trucks,
Yes.
picking up donations, delivering donations to the family stores around the
What's
valley.
the screening program for someone to get into the program?
When
Because
someone-
they don't start going out and driving trucks and picking
No.
up stuff right away.
No, they
They have to go through the. I mean, let me be quiet. You tell them.
That's all right.
It's your interview.
It's good. It's all good with you. But the easiest thing to do, I'm going to give you a different phone number than our
Okay.
main phone number.
Okay.
But our adult rehab center, the phone number is 702-399-2769. And for those who are challenged with their memories, it's 702-399-ARMY.
Army. Okay.
And they can call and schedule an opportunity to be assessed
Okay.
and determine that they are, in fact, ready to go through rehab. We
Yeah.
don't give those beds away lightly. Someone
Right.
really, it can't be because mommy said so. It has
Right.
to be, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I want to change my life.
And that's a hard thing.
It is
That's
a hard
thing for an addict to say.
It's very difficult.
I'm not ready. I don't want to do this, but my mom wants me to, or my family wants me to.
It won't happen for someone else. It'll only happen when the addict himself or herself is completely ready to make the change in their life.
Okay.
And I think that our program is probably one of the very best places to do that.
Because not only do you have the assessment, the ability for them to, yes, I made it through and I can move on. They can get a job. They can have a place to live. I mean, there is a myriad of things if they follow the plan.
Exactly. And from our rehab program, they can then move on to our other campus and go through vocational training. And again, as you said, move into an apartment for a period of time
Right.
while they really get some paychecks gathered and get their feet under themselves so they can then return to society as a tax-paying citizen.
Working.
But it works.
Works, that's
and
right.
it does, and it works. So it is a
Now,
piece
you
of our
also have another
continuum.
program for those who need mental health counseling.
You know what? We had to, it was a financial issue, but we no longer do mental health services.
Okay, you have referrals on that?
We have referrals on that,
Okay.
and a lot of them get referred to Southern Nevada Adult Mental Health
Okay.
and Monte Vista and several other the programs throughout the valley. We do have an organization that is currently renting space on our property. I'm not sure how long that relationship
going to last.
so-
Agreement's going to last, right? Rescue from human sex trafficking.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
we
gosh.
could do a whole show on that
We
one.
absolutely can, and I have the gal to bring to talk to you about it.
Let's do
because
it.
It's
We'll do it.
incredible.
Let's do it just briefly right now,
I
but
will.
let's do that.
Very quickly. Human trafficking in Nevada, in Las Vegas in particular, is rampant. And because of the sporting events that happen here, the fights and other things where people come from, not all
Everywhere.
over the country, but all over the world,
Right.
then, and they want young girls, and they want, quite frankly, we work with the victims of trafficking. The majority of our clients are from 13 to 17 years
So
of
you're
age.
going to make me cry.
Don't cry, darling. But one thing I want people to understand, especially moms and dads out there, the traffickers are looking for girls that tend to be loners,
Right.
tend to not have a large group of friends around them, maybe not necessarily the most attractive or the most confident, and they will pick them
They'll
out. They'll send their other
prey on
girls to
them.
befriend them,
They'll
and
prey
they
on
prey
them.
on them. They buy them clothes. They get their hair done. They get their, you and I should know about this, their
Yes,
nails
that's
done.
right.
But when a parent sees this, they need to start asking questions and wait until they get a real answer and
it
keep
doesn't.
digging.
It just doesn't work that way.
No.
So that's why your program works, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that. We're talking about the Salvation Army, how the Salvation Army is giving to our community, how the Salvation Army is making a difference, and always has actually made a difference in the communities that it serves. I'm going to give you two phone numbers. If you have someone who's ready for rehab, 702-399-2769. That's 702-399-2769. For all the other programs, including if you want to volunteer, give donations, they can all, we didn't get a chance to talk about the food pantry, but they're always providing nourishment and food to people within our community. Call the main number, 702-870-4430. That's 702-870-4430, or their website, Salvation Army, Southern Nevada HollywoodBound.org. Thank you so much.
It's such a pleasure to just see you and sit with you for a few minutes.
Thank you. You'll be back.
I will.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Grab the Lillian McMorris Show app, which will give you access to the current show, links to past segments, add your event to my community calendar.
How do you know that the school or academy that you're attending is actually legitimate? Well, one that I've checked out and actually worked with is Hollywood Bound Acting Academy. Frank, welcome. Frank Murillo, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate you being here. Tell us a little bit about Hollywood Bound Acting Academy.
One of the reasons I started Hollywood Bound Act Academy is that I felt like there were a lot of businesses out there that were very interested in taking in a lot of money, especially with children and parents. I wanted to start a school that had people who worked in Los Angeles and Hollywood, who had at least 30 years experience, and who could take, whether you were 5 years old or whether you were 80 years old, they could take you and give you the skills that you could succeed and compete in Hollywood.
And you recently just finished up your summer program, and you had quite a few young people in that program.
We did. We had quite a few young people. The school is made up mostly of young people. Young people have dreams of making it big in Hollywood. One of the things that I think is really important for, especially from an acting school, is never to promise big dreams, but to promise a reality, a real dream. You can have a real dream. You can really work in Hollywood. Whether or not you're going to be a star or not is something that only the audience can decide.
True. Now, as we know, we've got a myriad of businesses that are coming in Las Vegas and doing movies, doing commercials because of their tax credits, which unfortunately are going down presently, but it is what it is. They're still getting good tax credits. Now, are you affiliated with a lot of these that are coming in so that your students are being placed to get parts, to at least try out for those parts?
Right. One of the things that we're really active at with Hollywood Bound Act Academy is working with the different casting directors in town to open up our space to auditioning there. So our students get a lot of opportunities through that to get a chance to work on these films. And these are not just small films. These are large, big budget films coming right out of Hollywood.
How does one become a part of Hollywood Bound Acting Academy?
The best way to become part of Hollywood Bound Acting Academy is to give me a call at 702-773-8077, or they can visit us at our website at hollywoodboundactingacademy.com. That's okay. They can call me on my cell.
702-773-8077. That's Hollywood Bound Acting Academy. What do you have coming up? What do you have that's exciting for our kids, our adults, or people who want to learn, who want to hone in on their talents?
Well, a few of the things we got coming up is we've got this weekend we've got a booking coach coming in to teach the kids how to book at a Hollywood level. She currently has 19 students working as regulars on series, and then in a couple months we're bringing out an agent from LA to look at the talent. Hopefully we can get some of our kids signed with her. One of the important things to remember for anybody wanting to try Hollywood Bound Acting Academy is we always give our first class out for free. We always want people to come in, check out the classes, feel comfortable with the program, and then decide whether it's right for them.
And you don't have really pricey programs anyway. I mean, you're not trying to rip anyone off. You're not trying to rip them off with headshots and all of this. A lot of the things that I notice, you actually help the families out. You help them with the young people.
Our classes are based on a per class charge. There's no long-term contracts. We don't sell anybody any headshots. We try to just focus on the art of acting and making the student successful, whatever that means for that student.
The art of acting and making you successful if that is what you would like to do, whether it be for a commercial or for a movie part. And given that opportunity, casting directors are available, as well as people coming in from Hollywood and other areas that are looking to do movies and commercials right here in Nevada. So you can hook up with Hollywood Bound Acting Academy, and that is Hollywood Bound
actingacademy.com.
Actingacademy.com. HollywoodboundActingAcademy.com, or simply give them a call at 702-773-8077. Thank you so much, Frank.
Thank you for having
We
me.
appreciate you coming and giving us some information.
Thank
and
you.
legitimizing, because the art of people doing this, and I have so many people asking me, but how do I know it's real? And you're one that I do know that's real.
Thank you so much.
We always have fun, as I forestated on the show, and I know sometimes we talk about serious issues, and of course I always want to educate and inform everyone in our community, but there are times when you have friends, and there are times when you have organizations that you totally love and they come from the heart love. And I want to introduce you to a man that I am totally not only love, but in love with, not only as a person, but who he is. He's a founder. He's a master director. And I have seen him direct a choir, and it went from sunrise to, I should say, sunset to sunrise within minutes, only because of his direction. Please meet Mr. James R. Smith.
Hi, Lillian.
Hello. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
I'm
finally on your show.
You know what?
Yes.
And I'm happy to have you.
Thank you. Thank
I'm going to
you.
give you a little value and bring
Okay.
it out, but
All
we're
right.
going to be all right. We're going to be all right.
Okay, we're going to be good.
We're going to be good.
Okay.
Don't drink my Coke, though. We're going to be good.
What you got in there?
Just Coke.
Okay.
Just Coke. Jimmy just made sure I had Coke. Thank you, City Lights. Thank you, Jimmy J. It's just a plain old Coke.
All right.
Las Vegas Mass Choir.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
that is your baby.
That's my baby, Lillian, and you know it. Yes.
And when you came here from California, your charge was to do what?
I had to take 15 people, go in the studio, and reproduce a project that had been sitting up for a while. And I only thought it was just to take that project and move the project. But who knew that 10 years later, that Las Vegas Mass Choir would have been a blessing to so many people. Yeah.
Do you believe it's been 10 years?
I can't believe it. This year has been 10 years.
And you've got people who've been with you the entire
time. Yes.
I mean, granted, we've got newcomers that come and go,
Right.
but you have some solid folk.
I sure do. I
that
have
have
some
been
wonderful, wonderful people in my choir that, I mean, they've given their time, their talent, you know, and they're really dedicated to Las Vegas Mass Choir.
That's right. We did the 5th anniversary
Yes.
at the West Las Vegas Art Center.
Yes.
At Las Vegas Art Theater, actually.
Yes.
And it was grand
Right.
and sang and
Yes.
gave out community awards and
Yes.
honored you.
Yes.
And it was just a blessing.
Right.
But 5 years later, shall we tell everybody what we're doing 5 years later?
Well, right now, what we have on the burner is a wonderful show. It's going on at the Venetian Hotel.
Uh-huh.
We're paying
Why
tribute.
you downplaying that?
Well, no, I'm not. It's wonderful. I mean, the Venetian
The
Hotel.
Venetian.
Yes, on the strip. on the strip. Yes. We're doing the Ray Charles show with
Right. Georgia on My Mind, the
Georgia
music
on
of
My
Ray
Mind.
Charles.
Yes, the legendary Ray
But let's
Charles.
give a history of how that started, though, because about 9 months ago, I believe it was, at the Smith Center.
Yes.
We were asked, Las
Yes.
Vegas Mass Choir.
The president of the Venetian just happened to be in the audience that night and saw the show, fell in love with the show, and said that he had to bring it to the Venetian. And here we are now.
Right.
He made it happen.
He made it happen.
And, well, you have to say God made it happen.
Right.
He has found so much favor with us.
Right.
So
And there's a lot of good people who have good things in their heart.
yes, absolutely.
And when good people have good things in their heart and they see good, talented people, that brings it all together.
Absolutely. So I'm just happy. You know, we're on the same stage with these Grammy Award-winning artists.
I know.
Clint
Oh my
Holmes, Take Six.
Let's see if we got the list here.
Yeah. I mean, wow. It's great. It's crazy.
Clint Holmes, Take Six, Kirk Whalum,
Kirk Whalum.
Nina Freeland.
Nina Freeland.
I mean, oh my God.
Yeah. And it's a fabulous show.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. And we're going to be there from, it started actually September 18th, but
Yes.
up through October 29th.
Absolutely.
But in the meantime, we did something fabulous.
Yes.
I mean, something other, more fabulous.
Well, yes. Las Vegas celebrated 100.
Nevada.
I'm sorry, Nevada.
Nevada. Just because
Celebrated.
you moved, it's
tell that.
Nevada.
Okay. 150 years.
That's right. It's our
150
anniversary.
years anniversary of Nevada. And we were blessed to be able to be a part of that as well.
Right, at the Smith
At
Center.
the Smith Center.
And
yeah.
that is top of the line in
Yeah,
itself.
absolutely.
And the choir
Absolutely.
was fabulous. And
Yes.
Myron was actually on our show.
Right.
And he said, I got to have the choir. I
Right,
want them
right.
there for the 150th.
And we did a tune with Clint Holmes also
Right.
on that show.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we are going to be all over the place. We want you to look for Las Vegas Mass
Right.
Choir. This is the person who made it happen, the founder and master director.
Bless your heart. Thank you.
And we appreciate you. We respect you. All
Thank
of the members
God
respect
bless
you. Thank you. James R. Smith, if you want to find out more about Las Vegas Mass Choir, perhaps you'd like to be a member. We do have auditions.
Yes, we
Go
do.
to the website, and that's LasVegasMassChoir.com, LasVegasMassChoir.com, or simply give us a call at 702-334-8444. That's 334-8444, 702 area code. Unfortunately, now we have to remember to always dial area codes.
Right.
But the Las Vegas Mass Choir is growing. We're doing huge things within our community, and we'd love for you not only to participate, but also support.
Yes.
Go to the Venetian. Georgia on My Mind, the music of Ray Charles, and you will see Las Vegas Mass Choir as part of that show through October the 29th. Thank you so much
It's
for
always
joining
a
me.
blast hanging out with
Thank
you,
you.
Lillian. I
Thank
love you so much.
I love you to death.
God bless you.
To pieces. We don't want you to die. To pieces. We love you to pieces. I'm Lillian McMorris, and we thank you all for joining us right here on the Lillian McMorris Show. And thanks COX Communication for being a part of letting us be on the air. Thanks City Lights for letting us be here and be filming right here at City Lights. And all of our other sponsors, which you can see right now that are going across the screen, we thank you so much. I'm Lillian McMorris, and we'll talk to you next time.
I love you.
The Lillian McMorris Show is produced by Tego and Associates Productions. Multi-camera shoots either in our studio or on location. That's Tego and Associates Productions. Give us a call at 702-509-7728. The Lillian McMorris Show is brought to you in part by Louisiana Gumbo and More, located on West Charleston. The best gumbo, fried catfish, salads, and don't forget the po' boys. That's Louisiana Gumbo and More on West Charleston.
Grab the Lillian McMorris Show app, which will give you access to the current show, links to past segments, add your event to my community calendar.